Hey guys, Buzz Glover here from BizLoanConsultants.com. Chances are if you landed on this website you were looking for some type of change in your life. So why would you want to start a commercial finance company over some of the other opportunities that might be out there for you? First, let's look at why you probably landed on this page in the first place. You might be tired of your job, you might hate your boss, you're not getting paid for what you think you're worth, you're tired of corporate politics, you might be unfulfilled in what you're doing. You could be golden handcuffed, where possibly you're in a job where you're making a lot of money and you just can't find a way out of it even though you don't like what you're doing. And possibly you're just unemployed or underemployed. And in my case, when I first got started, there was a lot of these, a culmination of these factors that I just mentioned above. But there could be other reasons that you landed on this website. It could be that you always wanted to start your own business but didn't know how or what type of business to start. You possibly could have looked at franchise opportunities or other business starts, and they required money you didn't have or were unwilling to risk of some of maybe the money that you've put away and saved. You've always envied other business owners who seem to be doing well and living life on their own terms. Or you're just tired of living life on someone else's terms, a boss or a company, and you want to live life by your own terms. You finally want to take some action on changing your career and your life, and you want to start a business that has low startup costs and can offer high returns because there's a lot less risk involved and it has a huge upside. So that's some of the reasons that you might have landed on this website in the first place. So what I want to do is to introduce you to 3 videos that I've created that tells you quite a bit about getting started in this, in starting a commercial finance company. And keep in mind that you do not need any finance experience. When I got started in this business, even though I did work in the corporate world for a few years prior to it, I didn't go to college for finance. I had no previous finance experience, and I was able to learn the business pretty effectively. So in the 3 videos below, in the first video I'm going to show you how to find deals. In the second video I'm going to show you how to package the deal once you find it to get it ready for the bank or the funding source that you're going to send it out to. And in the third video below I'm going to show you how to find what funding source or what bank to send the deal to. And of course you make a commission once the deal is documented and funded. So it's not that complicated of a business. Find deals, you package them, and then you send them out to the correct funding source. Before I get into that, though, I thought I would tell you a little bit about my experience. And just so you know, I started out as a salesperson. Out of college, I had a BS, Bachelor of Science in Communications from a small college outside of Pittsburgh. I first started selling advertising for the penny saver, and then I moved into selling mailing and shipping equipment. These are those little postage meters that you see on people's desks that would put a postage indicia, I think they call it, on an envelope so you could put it through the U.S. Postal Service. I did pretty well there, and I was pretty solid salesperson, and somewhere along the way I was hired by a bank to start setting up vendor relationships for equipment finance deals. So in the corporate world I did work in somewhat in this industry, where I would go out and call on various types of equipment dealers and say, hey, why don't you run all your, when this equipment goes on finance, why don't you run it through this bank that I work for? But in 1999, after doing that for a few years, I decided that I was frustrated that, the deals that I was finding, the bank was turning down probably 40%. So a little under half of my efforts were getting turned down by the bank, and I decided that I could do better in this business as a broker. And I still really didn't know a whole lot about finance, and I mean, I would find deals, I would turn them in, and then the magic would happen behind the scenes. And I decided that I could learn what was going on behind the scenes and do a better job for myself and earn bigger commissions. And in the end, I was correct about this. So I started my first finance company in 1999. I was doing mainly equipment finance, and then in the early 2000s, after I was doing it for a few years, I added commercial real estate into my offering. After that, I was doing so well within the business that I started a few other business, and mainly I built 2 car washes from the ground up, and then I bought a third car wash that was for sale. and then I built 24,000 square foot of self-storage, and then actually had a couple other businesses along the way, including a mobile billboard truck and a few other things. But the reason I was able to start and dabble in all these other businesses was because of the lucrative fees that I was learning doing loan brokerages. Then I came full circle in 2015 when I became an equity partner and a consultant to a large ticket equipment finance company. Myself and a few guys started a equipment finance company that kind of focused on larger deals. We wouldn't do deals under $1 million. We went after certain types of industries, including mining industry and the energy industry and a few other things. And it ended up that we funded around $25 million in deals the first year. And this was a partnership, and everyone knows that sometimes partnerships unravel, and that's basically what happened with us, and I won't get into all the details. But in 2016, I ended that relationship, and I had to honor a non-compete, so I decided to do some coaching on how to start these types of companies. I wrote Business Loan Brokering 101, and I also founded BizLoanConsultants.com, the site that you're on right now. And this is a mentorship program for aspiring entrepreneurs who are interested in starting a commercial finance company. So that kind of brings you up to date to what my past experience is and kind of why I am where I am today. So with that said, this is a photograph of me. Once again, I've just about 20 years of commercial finance experience. I wrote the book Business Loan Brokering. This is me down on my boat on the Allegheny River in Oakmont, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh. And the purpose of this video, once again, is just to introduce the 3 videos below. The first video is how to find deals, second video is how to package them, and the third is how to send them off to a funding source. If you give me your email, I will give you access to the 3 videos. Just sign up on this page to access to the 3 how to get started videos below. I promise if you give me your email in a trade for that access to those videos that I will not spam you. The only time I will send you emails is when I have a new blog post or when I have new enrollment information for my mentorship program. So check it out. It'll be a good introduction to the business. And if you have any questions or comments, you can email me at sglover@BizLoanConsultants.com. Be glad to answer all the questions and help you get started in this business. So take a look at it. It could be a great opportunity, and as mentioned in the beginning of this video, it could be life-changing for you. I think that if you take a close look at this, it could be the answer to a lot of the issues that you experience in your life and in your career, and could be a fantastic move for you. So appreciate it, and I will talk to you in the next video.